Several months ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. For about an hour, my life flashed before me as I was contemplating getting my affairs in order because I was going to die. Then I realized my faith was being tested, and instantly I was filled with peace, joy, and hope, and I knew that everything was going to be all right. Within days, I could not urinate. I went to the emergency department. After the CT scan, they told me my bladder was the size of a basketball. They had to give me an emergency catheter. Little did I realize the catheter was going to remain inside of me for 6 months and getting changed every 30 days. It really hurt to get it changed. I don't recommend anybody getting a catheter unless you absolutely need one. We decided to go to Mayo Clinic to get this addressed. I was blessed to have the world-renowned research scientist, physician, Dr. Eugene Kwan, as my urologist. They took 18 samples of my prostate during surgery. Although it hurt to walk and I was bleeding for a few weeks, I knew everything was going to be all right. The results showed that the cancer had metastasized into my lymph nodes, internal organs, and bone. Dr. Kwan suggested we hit this aggressively hard. We agreed with him. The distance we had to walk from one end of Mayo Clinic to another seemed like miles. Fortunately, I had to be pushed in a wheelchair because it hurt to walk with the catheter. Our local oncology department was graciously kind enough to work with Mayo Clinic to administer the strong chemotherapy into my bloodstream. We experimented with ice pack on my head to prevent hair loss, not that I have much anyway, and ice packs on my hands and feet to prevent neuropathy. I rang the bell of hope for finishing chemo. They started me on hormone therapy to reduce my testosterone down to 0. This type of cancer feeds on testosterone. Back to Mayo Clinic for the 5th time. I was able to lay down in the back seat of our van, although the road was quite bumpy. They implanted 4 carbon markers into my prostate along with a spacer. Back home to Michigan to heal up for a few weeks before returning to Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic is like a small city and airport combined. There's tunnels underneath that go to restaurants and businesses. You can spend days exploring. I started my first of 26 radiation treatments. The radiation beam is accurate within 1 millimeter. Needless to say, I didn't want to budge on the table. I have never worn a pair of shorts this large. One size fit none. Although going through radiation had its challenges, we were determined to make the best of it for our 6-week stay in Rochester. As you can see, we are not dancers, but going through this, we wanted to get the most out of life. Had a chance to get out and take some pictures with my new camera. Really enjoyed my cousin's farm. I don't get to hang around cows very much. Creation is not an accident. Met Lisa and her husband Craig. She was having radiation for brain cancer. Her faith enabled her to have a more positive attitude than most people I know. I rang the bell of hope again. This time it was for completing radiation. This bell of hope is more than hope. It is the bell of faith and promise. Although I rang this bell, the sound resonates for all the people like Lisa who believe without a doubt they were healed. I will never forget the passion in Dr. Kwan's declaration when he looked right in my eyes and said, "You are a miracle." And I knew right then why I was a miracle. In Proverbs it says, God gives man knowledge of witty inventions. I am so thankful for technology dedicated medical workers, and the hope and healing I have received by believing in the words of the Bible, "By His stripes I was healed." With faith in God, all things turn out better. After going through this, the small things in life that used to irritate me don't irritate me anymore. I don't get hung up on little petty things. If you need hope and healing, feel free to email me in the description below. I'd be happy to give you a call. Thank you.